Everybody to a new edition of Thoughts Count Anywhere live from the WWDB TV studios right here in Las Vegas.
You're going to have to excuse us. It's been an early morning with Crown Jewel starting at 5 a.m. our time. So if we're a little slow or we get a little drawn on, that's exactly why.
I literally woke up to literally just to pee at 6 in the morning, and I was like, let me turn this on for a second.
Yeah. And then ended up sitting through the whole thing.
Oh, hell no. I literally turned it on for 2 minutes.
Did you?
Oh, way too tired. I didn't get home until 1:30 in the morning.
That'd do it.
I was tired, but...
The bitch getting old, huh?
Yeah. Nope.
Hell yeah.
Feel it a little more every day.
It's comical how big these belts are, though.
Yeah, it is. Those damn things are huge. I know when AEW was launching, Cody was talking about how he wanted the AEW title to be bigger than it was one of the old might have been the AWA belt or an NWA belt, how it was the biggest in history, and he wanted the AEW title to be bigger. And then these Crown Jewel titles are just fucking huge.
The Crown Jewel ones, they were like, oh, let's make this one triple the size of a regular one.
Yep.
Good Lord. Let's get into some rumors.
Sounds good.
Rumor is Gunther is going to be John Cena's final opponent.
This is the match that I've been calling for since the retirement tour started. I was calling for it for WrestleMania 40 when Gunther was still IC champion. I wanted John Cena to beat him to finally take his Triple Crown. I've been calling for it since the beginning of the retirement tour, so I'm okay with this. I love, I don't know how we get there. I'm just glad we're getting there.
Yeah, for sure. I was hoping it was The Rock, just because of everything that happened, and The Rock Cena to get his revenge on whatever nonsense The Rock has done to him his career.
Yeah, but
Gunther's definitely the second best choice.
With the amount of weight that Rock lost, there's no way he would have put it back on in time to look like The Rock. And the man is an egotistical douchebag. That is the most honest truth about Rock. If he's not going to be able to come back looking like the final boss, we're not going to see him on WWE until he is at that point.
Yeah.
But who knows? WrestleMania is just 4 months later. Maybe they do something after the Gunther match to set it up. Maybe it never happens. Maybe, once and second time in a lifetime is the extent of that feud. But, I like the Gunther. I was upset when it sounded like it was going to be The Rock when that rumor was starting to cycle, because it's been too much of a retirement tour. I will say the match that John had in Perth, Australia with AJ is my favorite of the entire retirement tour so far.
From what I saw from the highlights, I was like, oh, damn.
Yeah. It was, of all the matches he's had since January, this is my favorite. So I'm good with, number one, that this match happened. And I know I was critical of it because AJ Styles and John Cena and Gunther versus John Cena were the two matches that I did want to see on the tour. I'm glad we got one, and it sounds like we're getting the other.
Yeah, definitely. I think it'll be definitely a big feather in Gunther's cap of his career to be able to retire Goldberg and John Cena.
Certainly. Within a year. Yeah, within a same year. And at that point, why the hell not have him retire AJ too?
Yeah.
Give AJ a good run. Whether it's for a title or not, but Gunther being, and this is, who knows when AJ's wrapping up. He's just said 2026 is the end. We don't know if it's Royal Rumble because it sounds like his contract ends in February. He has mentioned potentially WrestleMania. He may push it all the way to Slammiversary because he turns 50 in June.
Oh,
so
wow.
he may, kind of push it just turned 50. This is my final. This is it. I'm hanging it up in TNA kind of thing.
I wouldn't be mad at that.
I wouldn't either. I don't know what match you would go with because Arian seems like the most reasonable.
Yeah.
But again, do we want nostalgia for a final match or do we want someone that is going to be the future to get that feather in their cap.
Yeah.
But my hope is that it ends in TNA. You know,
That'd
end
be
it
cool.
not where it started, of course, because WCW is dead. But I mean, he rose to prominence in TNA, so I would like to see it happen there.
I like the introduction thing they did for him.
They did really well. And this is how stupid some people are. Somebody sent me a little bit ago a clip of that and said, I can't wait to see you, Jacob, bitch about it on the podcast. It's like, wait a minute.
What?
Why would I bitch about the one memorable thing WWE has done for AJ Styles in the last 3 years?
Yeah.
That makes zero fucking sense.
I've always been a huge AJ fan. No matter what he does, I'm like, they can always do AJ better.
Yep, absolutely. And the last, 5 yeah, I mean, the last 5 years, they could have done AJ better.
Oh, yeah.
His WrestleMania matches, the Edge match was this. If I look at AJ Styles' WWE career, just the 9 and some months years,
Yeah.
the biggest letdowns for me in AJ's career are the Shinsuke match at WrestleMania and the Edge match at WrestleMania, just because it felt like that was the potential that those matches had. They were not given the time. And it's not on AJ or Shin or Edge. It was all in WWE's half-ass booking of those matches.
After seeing like that Shinsuke AJ match in like Japan and stuff, when they announced that for WrestleMania, we were all like on the edges of our seats. And when it happened, we're like,
that sold me going to New Orleans for that WrestleMania. That match alone, when Shinsuke won the Royal Rumble and AJ retained at Elimination Chamber, that locked me into going to New Orleans.
Oh yeah.
I was going to see that match live in person because of how great it was in Japan. And I left it left a nasty taste in my mouth for WWE's booking at the time. And it was like, after that, I just threw my hands up for a long time.
All the way here for what?
Exactly. I threw my hands up and I was just like, fuck this.
There's been a couple of the matches where like you're so excited and then it's just like this gigantic letdown. You're like, what?
It just feels like it should have been so much more than it was.
Very true. Rumor is Elimination Chamber is going to take place in Chicago on February 28th. It's kind of crazy. This is the first time Elimination Chamber will be in the United States since 2021.
Yeah. They're going to go heavy on the CM Punk. If he wins, he gets to challenge at WrestleMania. That's going to be the main thread that will sell tickets for that show. Okay. Cool.
And there's also a rumor that Seth Rollins is going to defend his title against CM Punk at Saturday Night's Main Event, November 1st.
Yeah, I suspect that the CM Punk Seth Rollins thing will probably run its course through Royal Rumble, and then Elimination Chamber will be, this is Punk's last opportunity. He won't win the Rumble, so the Chamber will be his next opportunity to get to get back to the WrestleMania main event. I think we'll probably see. I don't know what all you saw this morning on Crown Jewel. Do you mind if I spoil a few things?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay. So number one, biggest surprise was Bronson going over Roman. We saw interference from Braun Breaker and the Usos.
I saw Jey Uso spear him through a table.
Yeah, there was that. And then there was the mishap where Roman got on Jimmy and Jay after the match for getting involved. I think we're probably going to see a Jey Uso Roman thing where they're both chasing to get at Seth for that title.
Oh, okay.
So I think that is probably going to come up over the next couple of months as well. It'll probably take a step further at Survivor Series. They'll begrudgingly end up on a team against the Vision.
Yeah.
And then through Royal Rumble, we'll see both of them like, no, I'm going after him. And it'll be Jay, I'm going after him, back and forth. So I suspect that will play a lot over the next few months, but Seth is going to be preoccupied with Punk, probably at least until the Royal Rumble.
I thought they were going to try to hold that off until Mania, but I think we're going to end up getting like Seth versus Roman.
Yeah, exactly. And then it'll become, whose side is Paul on? So it's going to circle right back to last year's WrestleMania.
Yeah.
So yeah, I fully, that's what it looks like to me. And I'm okay with both because we're going to see if Jey Uso is going to sink or swim against Roman Reigns.
Oh, yeah.
He's either going to have to step up, the promos are going to have to improve, the matches are going to have to improve, or Roman's going to leave him in the dust.
He better go to acting classes like right now.
Yeah, absolutely.
If he's going to go like toe-to-toe with Roman on
absolutely.
Because Mr. Suffer and Succotash is...
He's long
his
gone.
Microphone game up.
Jey Uso is suffering succotash these days. Like, that's where he's at on the mic.
True that. Rumor is John Cena will face Dominic Mysterio for the Intercontinental title at Survivor Series.
This is another one that I like. I've been critical of the retirement tour. I'm liking the AJ Styles match. I'm liking this idea that he might finish the Triple Crown, and I think he'll probably get it. And then Gunther. So I like the way the last few months of this is shaking out.
Yeah, definitely. It's almost like a crime, like he's not like a Grand Slam champion.
Yeah. I mean, Triple H is a 2-time Grand Slam. The Miz is a 2-time Grand Slam champion, but John Cena's not even once.
I was like, you can't tout somebody as the greatest of all time if they're not like.
They don't have the Grand Slam title.
Yeah.
I mean, AJ Styles is a Grand Slam champion in WWE.
True.
But John Cena's not is crazy to me.
Yeah, it's crazy word.
I think it happens at Survivor Series just to take one title off of Dom.
Yeah.
Because again, we're going to start ramping up what he's doing in AAA.
True.
Because that's going to, I think, with Ray getting cleared, that's going to take something entirely different in AAA. And who knows, 2026 may be the year that we see AJ Styles and Rey Mysterio wrap up. Because Ray doesn't have that much left to do in the business. You know, like the AAA Mega Championship would be a final feather in the cap, I think. And at that point, what else is there for him?
I think all he has left to do is like literally do something cool in AAA.
Yeah.
And then either reunite with Dominic on TV.
Yeah.
Or Dominic retires him.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, where he gets the mask kind of thing.
So I figured they're going to do like hair versus mask.
Or title versus mask.
Yeah.
I could see that. I could see that being the big, if they do a AAA show during Mania, I could see that being the big thing right there.
Oh,
the main event.
Yeah, definitely. Rumor is Austin Theory is going to get in for a major push when he returns.
That's good because a couple of months ago it was rumored that he was leaving. So
yeah, that's crazy.
Like he goes This is where I think WWE is working the dirt sheets. The same thing, because we saw it this week with Santos Escobar. Oh, his contract expires tonight. And then, he ended up re-signing.
I hate the dirt sheets. I was updating the goddamn website, and I put like Santos Escobar leaves WWE and like made this whole fancy article.
Yeah.
And then I refreshed like the dirt sheets, and it was like, oh, he re-signs. I was like... I hate you people.
I think this is WWE fucking with the dirt sheets, and I'm for it.
Me too.
I don't have a problem with it.
I don't either. I don't mind rewriting shit that much. But it was crazy. Everyone assumed like John Cena was going to be a part of War Games.
Yeah.
And they were showing like possible War Games like teams, and it was like John Cena wasn't even on there. It was Cody,
Roman, Jay,
Jimmy,
and Punk versus the New Day or not New Day, the Vision and the Vision or
it was like the.
Do we want to call them Do we want to call them MFT anymore? Do we want to call them the Guerrillas of War? Like that to me is Guerrillas of War because MFT is fucking stupid.
Yeah.
It's NWO Black and Silver. Until last night, you couldn't convince me otherwise that Solo was leading NWO Black and Silver. In fact, for Mania Week, I was going to get an MFT t-shirt in black and silver and just like wear it as a complete fucking joke. And then on the back have it, are we done with this shit yet? Kind of thing.
Last night get out of the bottom of the fifth inning.
Last night was cool.
Oh, hell yeah.
Watching that on SmackDown. And I know we're jumping way the fuck further.
Oh, that's cool. I don't care.
But yeah, I love the way that shook out. That was cool. The only thing I would have done differently, and this is me putting on the Booker cap, I would not have done it in the middle of the show with the Sammy and Shinsuke match. I would have done it at the end with the tag teams.
Yeah.
That would have just where the lights are out, and then you just see these figures with the white face paint in the dark, and then the lights kick on while they're brawling. That would have been the moment that I would have done it.
Yeah. I kind of like how they did it, just so like everyone knew who they were already, and then when like the Wyatt Six like were out there, they're like, oh shit.
I mean, I see that too. I see that side of it, but I think the shock factor of them challenging the Wyatt Six would have gone further.
Yeah.
Because the second and all you see, I would have gone out with them wearing the hoods and everything, but all you see is the white face paint. They attack them, they pull the hoods back, take it off, and then it's the Tongans, the Samoans all together there. That would have been cool. Because number one, the second those hoods come down, they know exactly who it is,
True.
and you still would have gotten the shock factor.
That was a freaking cool ass moment.
It was.
It brings me into my next thing. I see all this thing on like wrestling, like Twitter and TikTok, and say how everyone's saying that pro wrestling's boring right now.
It depends on what you're looking for. I think that's probably the best. Like everybody in this, and I've seen this question, so I know where you're coming from. This is coming from people that are talking about ratings.
Yeah.
That's what they're basing it on. Oh, well, it's the ratings are down because pro wrestling is boring right now. No, it's not. It's football season. Hockey season just started. We're in playoff baseball season. Like, there's a reason that ratings are down. And WWE knew this when they moved to Netflix. They knew that views were going to drop on day one viewing. AEW knows that when they are shifted from Wednesday night to Tuesday night, their ratings are going to take a hit. They always have.
True.
Like, this question is coming from people that are looking at ratings. That's the only thing that they're looking at. They're not watching the content for reasons to enjoy it. They're looking for reasons to bitch about it.
I think that like ratings don't even like really matter anymore. Everything's on like streaming and
Nielsen made and I only did this because I don't follow the weekly ratings. I know they come up in my feed all the time because I'm in 100 wrestling fucking groups on social media, but they come up all the time. Apparently this week Nielsen announced that starting in 2026, they haven't given a firm date of when it launches, but their rating reporting system is going to include live TV plus streaming. So they're getting corroboration from all these different platforms, YouTube TV, Sling, Roku, Max, all of these others. They're now going to start reporting ratings to Nielsen as well.
Oh, okay.
So we're going to see and AEW has been kind of the biggest leaders of this over the last year is, the TV ratings are down, but the streaming numbers are up. So now we're going to see if there's any truth to that or if Dave Meltzer is full of shit.
True. Because
Dave Meltzer says, they draw 600,000 to 700,000 on weekly TV for their shows, but they're also doing another 5,000 to 6,000 on streaming. Either he's full of shit or he was telling the truth the whole time, and we're going to find out.
Yeah,
But that'll be good because then it'll put all this bullshit to rest with people arguing over ratings.
Very true.
But it's also going to prove that the people that have just watched the Nielsen ratings for the last 5 years are completely fucking stupid.
I think I've paid attention to the ratings since like the Monday Night Wars.
I was interested at first when AEW and NXT were going to head. That was just because I wanted to get a gauge of, because at that time, NXT was the best WWE product on television, period. Raw, SmackDown, NXT was by and large and by and far, both from an in-ring work point to an entertainment pro wrestling style wrestling, it was the better product in WWE. So I wanted to see how it compared to that. Once they moved NXT off of Wednesday night, I didn't care anymore. And I still don't.
I know they're on like different nights now, but I know like when they were going head to head, when like AEW would win, it would be like this gigantic thing on social media. Now that like NXT beats them in the weekly ratings like every week, nobody says shit.
Well, but let's talk about that though. CW is a network that you don't have to have any kind of subscription. Like you can pull that up on digital channels. Yeah. So it's the equivalent of comparing when SmackDown was on Fox versus AEW on TNT, because you can't watch TNT. You can now with HBO Max, but you couldn't watch programming on TNT without having a subscription to a network that carried it.
Yeah.
Fox is available everywhere as a digital channel. So CW is the same way.
You can get the little bunny ear things on your TV and get it.
Yeah, exactly. And that's not excusing AEW. That's just simply when Raw was on USA, Nitro was on TNT. They were generally on the same cable packages
Yeah.
or satellite packages. So that is a direct head-to-head correlation.
Yeah.
When you're looking at broadcast television like Fox, ABC, CBS, those networks versus a network station, that's a different. You're
Yeah.
looking at different availability.
Very true.
But they got their asses whooped on Tuesday night. AEW, plain and simple. I enjoyed Dynamite. They got their asses whooped in the ratings, and
Yeah.
that's what people are going to look at.
I still don't get the whole like let's bitch about ratings thing
Yeah.
because AEW still puts on a good show.
Yeah, it's stupid. Like you don't with streaming, you do not have to choose anymore. There's no reason for this tribalist bullshit where you use ratings as your determining opinion.
I watch everything, but there's some I watch as it happens, and there's some I watch like 3 days after it happens.
Yeah, I watched.
It's too much shit to watch.
I watched Showdown the day after.
Yeah.
I watched it on Wednesday because I watched Dynamite on Tuesday night.
I think I watched it on Wednesday too.
Yeah, I both were good shows. Yeah, I don't, is what it is.
Very true. Let's get into Showdown.
Sure.
The Hardys defeated Dark State to win the NXT Tag Team titles.
Yeah, that one went down exactly as we called it.
Dark State is terrible.
They are. It makes sense now that they put the titles on Dark State because the Hardys beating Dark State is. Should have just handed the titles to them because it would have been a better showing than the
that match
actual
was
match.
fucking terrible.
It was, and not because of the Hardys.
Oh, it had nothing to do with the Hardys.
Yeah, those guys are young. They're green as goose shit right now.
When they started announcing like all these releases last night,
I was waiting.
I was like, "Here comes Dark State."
I was waiting for that dickhead Saquon Sugars. I have a grudge against him because he is a fucking douchebag. Like the rest of the Dark State guys, pull them off of TV and give them more time to learn.
Yeah.
Saquon Sugars, go fuck yourself. He's an asshole. He's a prick. He has an unfucking deserved sense of accomplishment in the way he interacts with people. Fuck that guy.
Like, you haven't done shit yet.
Yeah. Like, I was polite to the guy,
Yeah.
and he was a total fucking dickhead.
I don't understand people like that. They get, like, a half a fucking minute on television, and they think they're, like, king shit.
He's not even the guy that they use in the ring.
He's like their mascot.
Exactly. And he's the cocksucker of the group. Like, what the hell?
That's insane. Nobody in NXT should be like on the level of asshole already.
Not a single one.
I always trip out when you meet somebody like that and you're like, hold on, why is The Rock nice?
Yeah.
And Stone Cold's cool.
Wait a minute. So you're telling me the chief content operator of WWE was willing to stop and sign and take photos with you and I when they were here a few weeks ago? But Saquon fucking Sugars was an asshole about a photo?
That's insane.
Like, that shit is fucking mind-blowing.
It is. Like, you meet someone like that and they're like, you're a fucking jerk. And then you see, like, The Rock and he's like, oh, thank you for being a fan.
Yeah.
I'm like, huh?
Not that happens a lot anymore these days, but unless cameras are around.
Oh, 2021
Yeah.
maybe.
Well, I mean, this is just from my experiences, COVID, The Rock was like, no, I'm done after COVID. Unless there's a camera around or it's a family-friendly event,
Yeah.
Rock he's douchebag.
I remember one time we saw him come out of Caesars, and it was after COVID. And he easily could have rolled down. There was like 5 of us just sitting there.
Yep.
And he wouldn't.
Yep.
So, like, he was staying like a couple blocks down at the Palazzo or
Mhm.
something. And this kid chased him literally the entire way.
Well, and I mean, with traffic, you can. It's like New York. You can do that. But he still did he sign over at the hotel?
No.
Exactly. Yeah. Anyways, we're kind of deviating here.
I'm going to deviate a little farther, too, because
Let's go. Let's get it.
collecting autographs in Vegas is, like, freaking weird.
It is.
There's, a lot of people, I swear to God, will come to Vegas and be like, oh, I'm not signing.
Not doing it. Oh, I
And
don't
then
do
I
that
watched these
anymore.
videos in New York, and he was like, hey, can I just drop this box off to you?
Yeah.
Full of stuff, and, like,
Dave Grohl, Daniel Radcliffe,
he did that shit to,
Keanu
Hugh Jackman
Reeves.
the other day.
Adam Sandler. Like I can a whole hand of names that we see videos as autograph collectors. We probably follow a lot of the same pages.
Yeah.
These people will sign for a line of people anywhere else. They come to Vegas and there's 5 people waiting. They won't even roll their window down to say, "Hey, not right now."
That shit is crazy. That shit
Yep.
drives me insane.
It does.
The women's elimination match. Team NXT defeated Team TNA.
Yeah, we did get that one wrong. We thought that that Team TNA would take that one, but it was a good match. Team TNA made up of all ex WWE or current WWE. Yeah,
It made no sense.
none.
It made even less sense to me on this show that Jordan Grace and Joe Hendry were referees.
rather than being a part of the matches.
Who were like key people in like TNA.
Yeah. You would think that, Kelani's talking to, her promo would have been, I'm representing as the champion. I need somebody that has experience working with TNA. I'm going to call Jordan Grace.
Yeah, something.
Instead, she calls Mara Slade. Like, what the fuck is the point there?
Like, everyone knows I don't like Jordan Grace, but
yeah,
this shit makes no sense.
Yeah,
She's not involved,
exactly.
like,
none.
directly in it.
None whatsoever.
And then we had Ethan Page defeat Mustafa Ali.
Yep,
that was a good match.
Yeah, it was. It was a really good match. It showed both men for being very talented. That was beyond the best match of the night on Showdown.
Oh, hell yeah.
But nothing to, that was to be expected. Ethan Page and Mustafa Ali are both great fucking workers. So it made sense that was the best match of the night.
We took that bump onto the floor. That was like, oh, bro, don't like injure yourself.
Don't do that. Yeah.
Calm down.
Yeah. You're
It's
a few
a
months away
showdown,
from,
chill.
yeah, exactly. That was my thought. Like, there are bigger fish to fry on both shows.
Then the men's elimination match, Team TNA defeated Team NXT.
The way it went down, though, Mike Santana should have pinned Trick Williams in that match to build for Bound for Glory.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it's a tag team match. How many times in WWE booking do we see right before a big title match, we see, random person champion versus challenger versus random person.
Yeah.
We see those matches, and the champion will take a pin in a tag team match, and then it leads to the title match itself. That should have happened on Showdown.
Yeah, definitely. It was a Trick Williams walked out, and I was like,
it's like, what the fuck?
There's no way Trick Williams doesn't.
Not a chance.
There's
no way
he leaves with the TNA.
There's
title.
no way that they book that like that.
Before we get into the next topic, we're going to take a break, pay some bills, try to raise some WrestleMania money.
Yep.
We'll be right back.
Hey, Thoughts Count Anywhere. Y'all watching it. This is my new tag team partner, Steve-O, a.k.a. Zeus, from the hit movie Friday, and from No Holds Barred.
Hello, this is Martin Casals, a.k.a. Marty the Mob, and you're watching the Thoughts Count Anywhere podcast. Enjoy.
What's up, man? It's your boy, Suffer Fatu. I'm here with my man, Big Chief. I need you to check out the podcast, Thoughts Count for Anyone. This is Impact Wrestling's Dash and Chris Bay, the ultimate finesser, former Finesse Division champion, and you're listening to Thoughts Count Anywhere podcast.
Hi, I'm Sean Navarre. Listen to Thoughts Count Anywhere for all your wrestling news.
It's not the worst podcast ever, is it? It's the best podcast. Thoughts Count Anywhere. All your wrestling news, all your hobbit hey, all your gimmickry. Go on over, listen wherever your podcasts are downloaded. The Thoughts Count Anywhere podcast. I'm the big LG Doc Ellis. That's my endorsement. Booyah!
This is the Essential Character EC3 on behalf of my dear friends at Thoughts Count Anywhere. The podcast for your mind when you need deep thinking about all things sports and entertainment.
Hey, what's going on? This is Axe, and I'm smashing the demolition.
Hey, we want to invite you to watch every Saturday morning. Thoughts Count Anywhere.
Hey guys, it's Tessa Blanchard and Ozzy, and you're watching Thoughts Count Anywhere.
And we're back. I think we moved from section 432 to 310.
Something like that.
We'll get there at some point.
We're still in row ZZ at this point, though, so we're still a long ways away.
You're in row CC at the top.
Yep, very top.
I think my seat's next door to Allegiant Stadium.
Yeah, we'll get there one way or another.
I'll get it in the arena at some point.
Yeah.
On to some New Day news.
Sure.
Xavier Woods re-signed with WWE.
Yeah,
It's
Xavier Woods did. Kofi also re-signed.
Yeah.
There was no rumors of contract expiration or anything like that. Unfortunately, we know that we're getting Kofi and New Day or Kofi and Woods for a while. We also got an unfortunate announcement this week that Big E has officially closed the book on wrestling these days.
Yeah.
I mean, 1 year is typically the timeline for neck injuries to return when they return. I think now that we're at year 3 or 2 at the very least, it was one of those things the writing seemed on the wall.
True.
It's unfortunate because, man, Big E is both the nicest and probably the most underrated of the guys that worked from 2013 through the 22 when he got injured.
The
Guy was so underrated. He had so much potential going forward, not just in what he already accomplished as a world champion, but what he could have done if he had another 5 years on his career. Just look at the short term from when he received that injury to 5 years down the line. He could have done some amazing things.
Oh, hell yeah.
And it's unfortunate that he had to retire. I'm sure he'll stick around he does the post shows and the pre shows and highly entertaining. But I have to assume he'll probably, look to Hollywood and some of those other avenues too.
Yeah, for sure. I'm sure cool things will still happen to Big E no matter what he's into.
Yeah.
But it was kind of funny, and I was saw the Xavier Woods thing. He went on Twitter and he was like, "It's true, but I don't know how you guys find out about this stuff."
Someone in WWE is leaking it. That's how we know.
Hell yeah. Congratulations to Carmella and Corey Graves as they welcome their second baby into the world.
Certainly, yeah. Explains why Corey was written off a few weeks ago, and musical chairs of announcers lately has kind of been the game. But yeah, hats off to them. Congrats to both of them. I think the announcement was made shortly after Mania this year that they were expecting baby number 2. So, given the issues that Carmella's talked about that they had with getting pregnant in the past, it's good to hear that not just 1 but 2 also.
Yeah, for sure. WWE shaking up the creative teams, as a lot of people saying the program's been stale.
Yeah.
Road Dogg's going to remain the head of creative for SmackDown, but they're going to give them a newish team.
Yeah. And hey, fresh eyes and fresh hands. So I hope it works.
I hope so too, because I like Road Dogg, but if your product's stale, why would you keep the head of the person who's keeping it stale?
Well, but here's the thing, when Road Dogg was the head of SmackDown back in 2018, everybody blamed Vince. But then Road Dogg's been, and I don't know how long Road Dogg has been the head of SmackDown's team, so I'm not going to sit and say, well, we can pinpoint it to when Road Dogg took over. But Road Dogg is now the head, or that from what we're hearing, he's the head of it again, and SmackDown has apparently gotten stale. I think SmackDown is better than Raw most weeks, so I don't see where this is coming from.
This is why I was confused. That's why I wrote it down, because I was like, SmackDown's usually better than Raw.
I enjoy SmackDown more than Raw, honestly. So I don't know where that's coming from.
If anything, Raw's getting
I think Raw is stale. Even with moving Roman over, I think Raw is still super fucking stale right now. So I'm not going to shit on Road Dogg. Everybody said when he had his first run as the head of SmackDown that it was because of Vince. Well, I mean, 7 years later, Road Dogg's running it, and apparently it's stale again by somebody's metrics, and maybe it's by ratings. I saw somebody share ratings that over the last month they've slipped to a 1.5 or something like that. I can't even tell you the exact numbers, but the ratings have apparently slipped, and that's why they need to shake up the creative team on SmackDown. But I think SmackDown's the better show.
I thought I saw a graphic somewhere, and it was when Roman was champion, SmackDown was at like 3 million a week, and now it's like Cody's champion is like 1 million a week.
Right, but SmackDown
Yeah.
was also on Fox at that time, which goes back to the conversation we just had about AEW versus NXT right now. So there's that, and then there's also the fact that, well, we had that stint where we went to 3 hours for the SmackDown. Fortunately, that's been rolled back.
Yeah.
But there was also that as an issue too, where I tuned out. I couldn't stand 3 hours of SmackDown on a Friday night.
I can't watch 3 hours of like almost anything.
Yeah, so pay-per-views are a challenge to sit through.
My fast forward button is like my favorite button on my remote.
Yeah. Yep.
Because I'm most through wrestling, I'm like, finish.
I heard that was
Okay,
pretty
watch that
good. Let's
part.
watch that.
Watch this promo.
Yep.
Skip the hell out of this match. Let's see. The Rock's new movie opened with $5.6 million, and it had a $50 million budget. That's got to put a freaking
That's a
hurting
beating
on his
A24.
ego.
Yeah.
How
Well-
fast do you think he comes back?
And that was my point. The last time his box office numbers were in the toilet, we got once and twice in a lifetime. So I suspect we will, especially considering the rumored $100 million offer that he's got for 43, I suspect we'll probably see Rock this time at WrestleMania. I think maybe WWE just released those. Finally, The Rock has returned to Las Vegas shirts that went on sale inexplicably the day after WrestleMania. I think maybe they just jumped the gun and meant to release them next April.
A little bit.
There's no way he doesn't come back. Like this last year has been such a beating for The Rock, both at the box office and also with his standing with WWE. Like fans are legitimately pissed at what The Rock has done over the last year to WWE's product. From the heel turn with John Cena. Oh, we made a huge announcement of WrestleMania in New Orleans, to he wasn't the one that walked it back and made the announcement that it's in Vegas, to the whole, oh, well, everything we do is scripted. It's all a work kind of shit. Like, fans on the wrestling scape of TikTok and Instagram are legitimately pissed, and it's hurting The Rock. Like all these stories and the other controversies that Hulk Hogan was associated with aside, just the revelation of all the stuff that he used to do and say backstage is having the same impact on The Rock.
Oh, wow.
So I suspect we're going to see him sooner than later.
I would imagine that. So I would say by WrestleMania 42 here.
Yep.
JC Jane possibly got hurt at an NXT house show.
I heard about it. I didn't see it, so I don't
I
know.
didn't either, so-
Hopefully it's nothing serious, because kind of where does it go?
She's on like the run of her life right now.
She is.
So hopefully it's nothing serious.
Yeah, everybody that she's been affiliated with lately has ended up in the unemployment line. So it's a shame to see her on the sidelines with an injury right now.
Yeah, it's
the
freaking
timing of
crazy.
it couldn't have been worse.
Speaking of the NXT live event, Omos returned.
Yeah, we got Obafemi versus Omos in a face-off I think it was last night's show.
That's crazy.
That could be a WrestleMania attraction right there.
Hell yeah. Mo from Men on a Mission is currently fighting for his life in the ICU at the hospital.
Yeah, it's a shame. I'm sure he's got a GoFundMe out there. I wish I had a little bit more information on it so that we could share it at some point through, whether it's comments on the live streams. But yeah, hopefully he kicks out. He's been through it over the last few years.
Yeah, definitely. Those health problems.
Yep.
Said all them doctors are using like ChatGPT to get through medical school. Guys, start eating right and going to the freaking gym because
figure yourself out now. Don't wait for the doctors in 20 years to fix you up.
Speaking of wrestling Twitter, I saw like the funniest thing. Did you see the thing between Braun Strowman and Paul Heyman?
I did. And for those that didn't catch it, that didn't because Paul Heyman said that Bronson Reed was the first man to send Roman Reigns out on a stretcher, Braun Strowman got pissed. You're not on the product anymore, Braun. You know, what are they? They're not going to put you over.
No.
Like, you could have just taken it, oh, he may have been the first man to do it, but I'm the first man among monsters, or whatever the catch line was.
Yeah.
And then just let it die from there.
Yeah.
Instead of trying to call out Paul Heyman, who immediately scorched his ass and hit him with the "I thought you were dead" line.
He's like, "Oh, it's nice to see you're alive. I didn't think you were."
Yeah.
Like, whoa.
It's like, yeah, that one's done. I think Braun learned his lesson pretty quick.
I just hope Braun Strowman ain't turning into like the new Ryback.
I hope not. I hope the fact that WWE has helped him get a show on USA, he just not gonna become a bitter dickhead. Because Ryback has turned around.
Yeah.
Ryback lately is more positive than anything.
That's crazy. It's weird. After him being negative for so long, now that he's like changed it.
10
I'm like,
years.
what?
Yeah.
Makes no sense, man.
It certainly is. It's wild out there.
Speaking of those releases from earlier, Wesley, Rage, BJ Ray, and the Evolve general manager Stevie Turner have been released by WWE.
Robbie E's got to be waiting for that phone call, right? Like, I'm not the only one that's thinking that.
No.
Like, the guy's been there fucking 8 years, and he's still just the manager guy.
Yeah.
And the joke is they're clearing payroll space for when they take over TNA.
Oh, shit.
Which, I mean, earlier this week, Carlos Silva made a comment that in 2026, TNA will be on a different platform. I'm assuming that it's going to end up Peacock.
I would have hoped so.
That to me seems like the most logical. But, reason behind latest round of cuts revealed. If it says TNA, I'm going to lose my shit.
WWE cuts were not budget related. They're
okay.
Have over 130 people in development and hire more regularly. If they're not progressing fast enough or they feel you don't have what it takes for the main roster, you're out.
Okay.
To make room for someone new.
Okay.
Possibly more cuts coming in the next week.
Well, I suspect BJ Ray will do really well. I think he'll probably be one of the guys that might end up at TNA because of all the hype and promotion that he got from LFG the last 2 seasons. I suspect he'll do well. Wes Lee.
Rascals are coming back.
Yeah.
Sure, Carlos Silva already called him.
Yeah, I'm sure. They probably...
Trey Miguel was like, here's his number. Give him his job back.
He'll probably be there at Bound for Glory. Like, that's the thing. Like, it's not even... that won't even be a surprise at Bound for Glory, to be honest. Like, I know we all kind of lost our shit last week when Andrade didn't have a no-compete clause and immediately debuted in AEW. Wesley, if he's going to TNA, I suspect they probably just, start whenever you want.
Yeah.
Start whenever they can start paying you.
Hell yeah.
Now, if he doesn't show up at Bound for Glory, that'll be the bigger surprise. But, I mean, they did a lot of cuts. Pretty much every major name from the development ID program, a lot of those guys got cut. Zeta Steel, Kylie Ray. Kylie Ray's pregnant, so they probably just said, hey, go have your kid. We'll talk when you're ready to come back. But, yeah, I mean, they cut a lot of the ID people. Yeah. So I think they cut a lot of the people from Rikishi, from Nox Pro. So I think that probably had a lot to do with it too. But yeah, I mean, there's always a revolving door of talent in pro wrestling, no matter what company you're at.
Yeah, there's always so many people out there trying to like prove themselves that you either be at the top of your game or you're on to the next.
Yeah.
Good luck in your future endeavors.
Exactly.
Lance Anoa'i, part of the bloodline.
Yeah.
Member of that family. He actually requested his release from WWE.
Well, did he request his release or what I think happened is these contracts for the ID program were 1 year because Zeta Steel, Kylie Ray, Lance, and there were a couple of others. I think those were 1 year contracts. And it's like, oh yeah, I'm not re-signing. I'm going to try my luck out here. but really they were offered probably the same money or less money. And they're just like, no, how about I'm going to go do my own thing, is what that seems like.
That makes sense, but when your last name is with the bloodline, I don't think there is like, let's check my chances somewhere else.
Yeah.
You're in the nepotism fucking family.
Well, Lance is, how do I say this without being insulting? Because I don't know the guy.
Green as this wall?
Yes, that's fair. You guys can't see it because of great CGI work. This wall behind us is green as shit when you come into the studio. That's probably the best assessment of it, without being rude and impolite. But yeah, if he continues to, I think he is. If he can see what we mean.
Green.
But yeah, I'm sure he'll probably run out on the indies and continue to do his thing and try to get a second shot there. But, is what it is. Good on him for saying if because he has the fast track through the family. Good on him for saying, let me strike out on my own.
Yeah,
because he's taken the chance. He could have taken if they offered him a new deal, which I suspect they probably did at the same amount of money. And he said, well, let me try my own thing. Plenty of respect to him because he could have just taken that deal. And at some point, they would have thrown the face paint on him at this point.
Oh,
put him
hell
in
yeah.
GOW.
True that.
So good on him for taking the chance and saying, let me do something different.
Yeah.
So
on to some AEW and TNA news.
Sure.
Ibushi was rushed to the hospital after the Collision taping.
Yeah. He was in a match versus Josh Alexander. And I guess from what I've read is he broke his leg. And he couldn't stand and he fell off the top rope when he tried. He tried to continue the match and fell. Ibushi's had a rough go the last 5 years with injuries, man. So this sucks. This really sucks. And hopefully it's not a serious injury. I heard it was a femoral break, which if that happened, that's a motherfucker of an injury.
Yeah.
But then yesterday I saw a different report that it was a lower leg break. So hopefully it's nothing too serious. But hopefully he makes a recovery and we get to see him back on pro wrestling because, man, Ibushi is the man when he can go.
Yeah, that guy's good.
In other injury news on AEW, this time, at least it won't take a whole lot from the product. Taz, it was announced earlier this week that Taz is going to miss significant time because he's undergoing shoulder replacement surgery.
Yeah.
Which throwing motherfuckers around in suplexes for 10 years will definitely wear and tear your shoulder right the hell out.
Hell yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, hopefully it's a quick and easy surgery. Man's not going to miss a whole lot of time. But just like WWE's doing musical chairs with their announcers, AEW is doing the same thing. You know, Tony Schiavone is on this show. Brian is on this show. Nigel is on this show. So they're mixing it up.
I actually like Bryan Danielson on commentary.
I really like Brian on commentary. He does a good job of telling the stories. He doesn't get too dragged into the moves. He leaves that to Excalibur. So he's got really good cohesion there at the announcers table. I like it.
Yeah, me too. When they first announced he was going to be like a full-time announcer, and I was like, oh my God, what a waste of talent. A waste of talent this is.
If he can't wrestle, but you can still keep him on the road and you can still put him on the product, that's definitely the way to go.
He's definitely good at it. I'll give him that.
I suspect we'll probably see some Bryan Danielson involvement in the match at Wrestle Dream with Bryan and Mox, just because it'll be 1 year, kind of bring Mox and Bryan full circle.
True. Tony Khan has been accused of not building top stars due to inconsistent booking.
Okay, let's address this because this came from Vince Russo.
Bro.
I
cut all the bros out, or this would have been like a half a page.
Yeah, you could have written a whole half page if you'd taken the whole quote, bro. It would be hard to figure out. Shout out, boys. Hangman Adam Page, Will Ospreay, Swerve, Willow, Mercedes. Well, Mercedes was already built. Tony Storm, Chris Statlander, Darby Allin, Orange Cassidy. Those were all built outside of Mercedes. All of those were built under Tony Khan.
Yeah.
So I think Bro is missing the point here.
A little bit, bro.
Quite a bit, bro. I think quite a bit. Not a little bit, quite a bit, bro. He's missing the mark on that one.
I think there's a lot like some of these.
There's a lot that he could do with talent. I mean, Josh Alexander, Andrade, and hopefully we see it with Andrade. We've seen Konosuke Takeshita come into his own in AEW.
Yeah, Kyle Fletcher to that list. Too.
Kyle Fletcher on that list, absolutely. So there's 10 names that we just threw out. That
he went from like Will Ospreay's like lackey to this guy.
This guy's going to main.
This guy's going to be world champion.
He will be 100%. I mean, we just named 10 names that before AEW you did not know. So I don't want to hear Bro spouting stupid bullshit like that. There is more that Tony can do. I will fully concede that argument. But to say that he can't is wrong.
Yeah. That's why I put that in there. Is I was like, that almost don't make sense.
Yeah. No, it doesn't.
No, I was like, there's some people he could have done a lot more with.
Sure.
Stuff like that, but
well, I mean,
there's stars in AEW.
They took Jade Cargill because of what Tony Khan did with her.
Yeah.
So I don't want. So you can't sit there and claim that. That's wrong. It's just bullshit.
TNA is about to have their biggest show of the year, Bound for Glory, tomorrow night.
Yep.
Let's get into some predictions.
Sounds good.
The TNA Knockouts Tag Team Championship, the Inspiration versus the Elegance Brand.
This is an interesting one because the Inspiration's contracts with TNA expire, I think, this weekend.
Yep.
So it'll be telling whether or not they – and at this point, does it really matter because WWE is working with them?
Yeah.
Like, they're not going to drop the titles and show up Wednesday on Dynamite.
True.
We know that's not going to happen.
Yeah.
So does it – I think the Inspiration wins, but it doesn't – their contract, I don't think it matters one way or the other.
True. Was it bad at Showdown? Like one of the times that popped the biggest was when the Iconics music hit?
See, I don't like the Iconics music. I like the Inspiration music. Harley Cameron did a wonderful job on it.
Good.
But my thought was like, well, did we just not want to pay Harley because it's being used on WWE?
It's on WWE TV.
Yeah, that just it's a completely stupid menial thing that had you not brought it up, I wasn't going to because it doesn't matter. Like WWE is going to use the people that they've already got the money to, they've already created it. Why pay someone else?
True.
So I get it, but it was one of those, like, it just didn't mean anything to me.
True. Tessa Blanchard versus Gia Miller.
I'm glad that we're getting to see Tessa being used. I'm disappointed it's on such a low level kind of event. Like, Gia Miller is not Pat McAfee. Like, the best comparison I can give you is Adam Cole versus Pat McAfee when they did that in NXT. That's what this match is supposed to represent. Gia Miller doesn't have the platform to promote the match the way Pat McAfee would.
True.
That would make Tessa look like a bigger star.
Yeah.
This match is only going to benefit Gia Miller. Now, is there going to be some post-match stuff where someone else gets involved on Gia's behalf that maybe sets up something more meaningful for Tessa? I hope so, because this match does nothing for advancing Tessa.
It does absolutely nothing for Tessa. I think like Tessa's going to dominate like 9/10 of the match, and Gia gets a random roll up or something to that
or
effect.
interference, and it'll be something like that.
Then there's the Call Your Shot Gauntlet.
Yep.
The prize is a title at
any championship of your choosing.
What he said.
It's going to be interesting. I don't know if they're going to have some surprises. I'm sure we'll probably see more NXT TNA corroboration going on in that match. We'll see who wins.
The Hardcore War, the System, just Moose, Eddie Edwards, Alicia Edwards, Brian Myers, and JDC, basically
Dango.
Fandango.
Yep.
Versus Order 4, Mustafa Ali, Tasha Steelz, John Schuyler, Jason Hodge, and Agent Zero.
I suspect that'll be a bit of a war. No pun intended. But probably the System with Moose going over. Because you have to think that they're going to position Moose back in a top spot.
Yeah, they have to.
Regardless of Santana Trick, Moose has to be presented as a top star.
Oh, yeah. The TNA International Championship, Frankie Kazarian versus Steve Macklin.
That title change in the first place, giving it to Frankie, seemed like it came out of nowhere.
It did.
So I don't know why I guess because it felt like it came out of nowhere, that's why we're doing the rematch. Macklin is one I'm surprised we haven't seen more of in the crossover. Like, Macklin is a fucking blue chip talent. It shocks me that he hasn't been involved more with the NXT TNA stuff. And I thought taking the title off of him was probably a part of that.
So did I.
And it hasn't happened yet, but I don't think we're anywhere close to being over. So we'll see how that goes. I think Kazarian will probably retain, because otherwise, why did we take the title off in the first place?
True. And which I think is going to be the match of the night.
This will be the Steeler.
X Division Championship, Leon Slater versus Javon Evans.
We're not going to play like Javon Evans isn't walking out with the X title, right?
No.
Yeah, that you wouldn't book this match if you didn't intend to do something with Leon. The last, month, we've seen Leon go on we've seen Javon go on a complete tear.
Yeah.
Whether it was the match with Oba, the match with Trick, the match with Sammy.
Yeah.
We're putting gold on Javon.
Oh,
it's happening in this match, and it's going to be a hell of a match.
This is going to be like every Instagram reel, Twitter thing,
TikTok.
It's going to be all over the place. They're going to do some crazy shit.
The dives are going to be all over the place. You're going to see some fast-paced action, but it's going to be a banger of a fucking match.
And then we have Kalani Jordan defending the TNA Knockouts title versus Indy Hartwell.
See, this one, I don't know which way to go. Like, we could have just put the title on Indy when Ash by Elegance dropped it.
Yeah.
But we put Kalani on there. I want to say we did that for a reason. I don't think we'll just, let's use someone from NXT to get the title off of Ash. I don't think we changed the title on this one.
I think we do, just because it's Bound for Glory, and I can see the TNA people getting their belts back.
Possibly, but I still think they're going to lose the X. I think they're going to lose the X Division title.
Oh, yeah. I think Javon Evans is for sure going to win, but
yeah,
I think they literally put it on Kalani as like a transitional champion kind of thing.
Okay. And I can see that as well.
Yeah.
Just because they didn't want to crown Indy at Victory Road in a match that,
yeah.
Not to say nobody watched, but it's one of those that was exclusively on YouTube. So
True.
You have to go out of your way to watch it. I can see both sides. I just don't think we're going to pull the rug out from under Kalani yet.
And for the TNA World Tag Team Championships and the NXT Tag Team Championships, the Hardy Boys versus the Dudleys in a tables match.
I don't know.
I could flip a coin 10 times and I still couldn't decide.
Exactly. Yeah, I really don't know. I want to say the Hardys win just because it makes sense. They have more to do in TNA than 3D does.
Yeah.
For me, looking at it from that standpoint, Hardys, but given that it's a tables match, I don't know. So it's a coin flip win. Whoever you're saying, if you say the Hardys, I'm saying Dudleys. You know what I mean? Just because it can go either way.
Like, I would assume the Hardys are going to win just because they are, like, the reigning champions. They just won the House of Glory championships last night.
Yeah.
And then, like, the Bully Ray, like, hardly wrestles. Devon's wrestled once in, like, a year.
Yeah.
So I would imagine, like, the Devon thing isn't going to be, like, a...
Yeah, they're not planning on making this a long-term run, a final run for the Dudleys. It doesn't.
I think it's just like their one-off last match, and the Jeff Hardy does like a crazy swanton through a table, and they end up winning. So I'm going to go with the Hardys.
Okay, I'll take the Dudleys, even though I agree with you. Just because this is a coin flip match. Like,
the nostalgia level is going to be like a 20 out of 10.
how cool would it be? And it won't happen. I'm saying this 100% hypothetical, and I'm only bringing it up because we still have a little bit of time left today. But how cool would it be if before the match you've got both teams in the ring already and the lights cut out, and we hear Alter Bridge, or we hear Christian's TNA music?
I would lose my shit.
How fucking cool would that be?
You know when they were talking about like Edge going to like the John Cena match and shit?
Yep.
When like Edge disappeared for disappeared for the thing,
Mhm.
and I'm like, what if we showed up at Bound for Glory?
That would, to me, that would be cooler than the John Cena versus Edge match.
Do you imagine there's like a table in the middle of the ring, Team 3D's on one side, the Hardys are in the other, the lights go out, and Edge and Christian are standing there with a ladder.
Yep.
I'd be like, sign me up.
That would, yeah, absolutely, 100%. That to me is more, and we're just entertaining shit that we know is very unlikely to happen at this point. That to me would be the coolest way for that trilogy to wrap up.
Oh, hell yeah.
Like, you won't get a better way to write that story ending.
True. That would be like the coolest thing ever to see live. The TNA World Championship, Trick Williams versus Mike Santana.
Santana, 100%.
I would say I would go opposite, but I know I'd be dead ass wrong. Mike Santana is winning. He will walk out your TNA World Champion.
100%. But that's about it for us.
Yeah, we're about out of
stretch
time.
a little bit there, a little extra 20, 30 seconds of time,
Yeah.
but we covered everything this week.
Yeah, everybody have a good, safe week. Stay out of trouble. Don't go to the hospital. Don't go to jail.
Don't add to the population or subtract from it. We'll see you
See
next
you
week.
later.